So now here we are starting with the clause of reason. For here, the question that it answers would be why, and the terms that we are using for answering the question why will be because, since, and as. Again, I'm telling you, don't be confused with the terms. The terms can be similar for answering the two questions or the terms that are used with the two adverb clauses. But you have to find out what kind of adverb clause that is. It it is to be find out on the basis of the clause is used in the sentence, in which reference, in which context the clause is used in the sentence. Like you see, a number of times the same term is used as the verb, the same terms is used as the noun in many cases. So here also it can be used in different senses depending on the use. For example, I could not go to the party because I was ill. So because I was ill is the subordinate clause. It is giving you the reason for not going the party. If suppose if you are going to ask someone that why the person did not come for the party, what would you ask? Your question will be, why did not you come to the party? So here what comes? Why? And in this sentence, you are answering this why. That is why it is the clause of reason and the term is used because, since, as. Here, this is the subordinate clause because it cannot stand alone. And I could not go to the party is a complete sentence. That is why it is the main clause. This is the subordinate clause of reason. Subordinate clause of reason. Now, the next one is the clause of condition. The clause of condition. Now, in the clause of condition, you ask the question. The question that would be answered will be under what conditions. The question that will be answered would be under what conditions, and your answer will be introduced by using the term if or unless. You will not get good marks in your exam if you will not study well. So this is the condition. See, the same sentence, the same example that I gave you previously. Here, I'm just changing the term and it is changing the kind of clause. So this you have to understand how the things are used. On the basis of that, the same thing can be the reason, the same thing can be the result, the same thing can be the comparison. You have to take it out depending on the meaning of the sentence, that how it is being used in the sentence. So for answering this, let's take the example. I can't read until I wear glasses. I can't read is the complete sentence. It can stand alone. That's why this is the main clause. Until I wear glasses is not giving you the complete meaning. That's why it is the subordinate clause. And it is giving you the condition that for reading, one needs glasses. One cannot read without glasses. So for reading, it is compulsory to give the glasses to that particular person. That's why it is condition. I will not come to the party until I'm well. So it is giving you the condition. The same kind of sentence, the same kind of reason, the same kind of clause can be used in a different manner depending on how it is used in the sentence. So it is clear here? Now, the next one that we are going to discuss is the clause of manner. The seventh one is clause of manner. In the clause of manner, the question will be how. And for answering this how, the terms that will be used will, or the sentence will begin with as if, or as though. Again, these are the commonly used terms, or commonly the clause of manner in a sentence will begin with these terms to answer how. But it is not always necessary. There can be some other words also. So you read the sentence carefully and then find it out. For example, do as I showed you. Do as I showed you is the subordinate clause. And it is telling the manner, how you have to do the things as it is shown. So that's why this is the subordinate clause of manner. Let's take one more example. It looks as if it is going to rain. So how it is looking? It looks as if it is going to rain. So here it is answering this how. This is the main clause. This is the subordinate clause. And here this subordinate clause is telling you the manner in which the surroundings are looking. It looks. This is the main clause and it is giving you the complete meaning. And this one is the subordinate clause. Now, the next one is the clause of comparison or degree. The eighth one is clause of comparison or degree. So here this clause of comparison or degree gives you the answer to the question to what extent or degree. To what extent or degree, this will be the question, and for answering this question your answer will be introduced by as or than. Many a times you must have seen he is older than he looks. All of you must be aware in general that we use than for the comparison. So he is older. This is the complete sentence. It is giving you the complete meaning. This is the subordinate clause of comparison, because it is comparing the actual age to the age how he looks. So that is why he is older than he looks here. This is the subordinate clause. This is the adverb clause. And here, this is giving you the comparison between the two things, the actual age and the age at which he is looking like. Now, the next one is the clause of concession. The last one, the ninth one, is the clause of concession. So here, this clause of concession gives you the answer about even though what. Even though what. And here it is introduced by the answer which for this question will be introduced by though, although, even though, even if. Though, although, even though, even if. These will be the terms that will be used. For example, though the work was hard, she never complained. So here in this sentence, she never complained is the adverb clause, subordinate adverb clause of concession, because it is giving, sorry, this is the main clause because it is giving you the complete meaning. And though the work was hard, here it is telling about the work that the girl was doing. So the work was hard, but she is not complaining. So this is the concession that the girl was given. So that is why this is the subordinate clause of concession. This is the subordinate clause of concession. Let's take another example. Although they are very well off, they live simply. Now here again, they live simply is the main clause. Although they are very well off, means they can afford a luxurious lifestyle or something, but they live simply. So here this is the concession that they live simply is the concession that they are giving to their living or the lifestyle. So this is all about the 9 kinds of adverb clause, that is time, purpose, place, result, reason, condition, concession, comparison, and the manner.